The Galactic Council had been watching Earth for millennia, cataloging its species with the detached amusement of children observing insects in a terrarium. Their xenobiological databases were filled with dismissive entries about the planet's so-called apex predators. Lions were noted as moderately efficient pack hunters, limited by territorial disputes. Great white sharks received the classification, primitive aquatic carnivore with predictable hunting patterns. Even the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, long extinct but well documented, was filed under oversized lizard with inadequate brain-to-body ratio. Commander Zyxtal of the Andromedan fleet had personally overseen the Earth surveys for 3 centuries. His crystalline form shimmered with disdain as he reviewed the reports with his tactical team aboard the observation vessel Cosmic Disdain. Pathetic creatures, he transmitted through bioelectric pulses to his subordinates. Their largest predators are slow, predictable, and governed entirely by hunger or territory. When we begin colonization, these dangerous animals will pose no threat to our advanced combat suits. The invasion plan was elegant in its simplicity. Phase 1 involved neutralizing Earth's military capabilities through electromagnetic pulse weapons. Phase 2 required the systematic elimination of dangerous wildlife that might interfere with terraforming operations. The alien strategists had identified key targets: African lions, Bengal tigers, saltwater crocodiles, polar bears, and various venomous snakes. Their biosuppressant weapons were specifically calibrated to target the neural pathways of these known predators. What the Galactic Council had failed to understand was humanity's peculiar relationship with its planet's wildlife. While other species fled from danger, humans had an inexplicable tendency to study, document, and occasionally befriend the most lethal creatures on their world. Dr. Sarah Chen, a xenobiologist working at the classified Deep Earth Defense Initiative, had been monitoring alien communications for months before the invasion began. When the alien ships descended through Earth's atmosphere, their biosuppressant waves swept across the continents with devastating efficiency. Lions collapsed mid-stride across the Serengeti. Sharks sank motionless to ocean floors. Bears dropped in their tracks throughout North American forests. The aliens had neutralized Earth's predator population with surgical precision, or so they believed. Dr. Chen watched the global ecosystem collapse from her underground laboratory, but she noticed something the aliens had missed. Their biosuppressant waves, designed to target known predator neural patterns, had completely overlooked one of Earth's most notorious creatures. In the chaos of cataloging obvious threats like massive carnivores and venomous reptiles, the Galactic Council had dismissed the honey badger as a minor scavenger of negligible combat significance. Their metabolism could process venoms that would kill animals 10 times their size. Most remarkably, honey badgers possessed an psychological profile that bordered on the supernatural. They simply did not understand the concept of retreat. Dr. Chen had been studying honey badger behavior for years, fascinated by their complete indifference to size, danger, or overwhelming odds. She had documented cases of individual honey badgers successfully battling lions, pythons, and even small groups of hyenas. Unlike other predators that calculated risk versus reward, honey badgers approached every situation with the same strategy: attack everything until it stopped moving. When the alien ground forces landed to begin Phase 2 of their invasion, they expected to encounter scattered human resistance and the occasional overlooked predator. Their combat suits, designed to withstand attacks from Earth's known dangerous species, could easily repel lion claws and tiger teeth. The aliens moved through abandoned cities and wilderness areas with confidence, systematically establishing forward bases for the coming terraforming operation. The first honey badger encounter occurred outside Johannesburg. A squad of Andromedan soldiers was setting up a communication relay when they detected movement in nearby scrubland. Expecting perhaps a small scavenger or fleeing human, they barely registered the 30-pound creature that emerged from the underbrush. The honey badger assessed the situation with typical efficiency: unknown creatures had entered its territory. The solution was obvious. What followed could only be described as carnage. The creature attacked the nearest alien with such ferocious intensity that the soldier's combat suit, designed to withstand coordinated assaults from Earth's apex predators, was shredded within seconds. The honey badger's claws, evolved to tear through termite mounds and dig through concrete-hard soil, found every weak point in the alien armor. The remaining squad members opened fire with their plasma weapons, but the honey badger's thick skin and low profile made it nearly impossible to target effectively. It moved with the relentless efficiency of a natural disaster, attacking everything within reach while seemingly immune to pain, fear, or tactical considerations. By the time reinforcements arrived, the entire squad had been eliminated by a single small mammal that weighed less than their standard equipment pack. Commander ZYXTAL received the incident report with disbelief. "Impossible," he transmitted. "Replay the combat recordings." The footage showed exactly what had been reported. A creature smaller than their own reconnaissance drones had single-handedly destroyed a fully equipped alien combat unit. More reports began flooding in from across the planet. Honey badgers were emerging from burrows, zoos, and wildlife preserves where they had survived the biosuppressant wave. Unlike other Earth predators, they seemed completely unaffected by the alien technology. Worse, they appeared to view the invading forces not as a threat to be avoided, but as an interesting new challenge to be conquered. Dr. Chen watched the alien communications with growing amazement. The Galactic Council was experiencing something unprecedented in their thousands of years of conquest, absolute tactical confusion. Their superior technology, overwhelming numbers, and advanced combat suits were being systematically neutralized by creatures they had dismissed as irrelevant. The honey badgers had no strategy, no coordination, no apparent understanding of their disadvantageous position. They simply attacked alien installations with the same tireless determination they brought to raiding beehives or hunting venomous snakes. Individual honey badgers would assault entire alien bases, methodically working their way through defensive perimeters, automated weapons systems, and multiple squads of soldiers before finally succumbing to overwhelming firepower. But for every honey badger that fell, two more seemed to appear. The species had an evolutionary advantage the aliens couldn't comprehend. They had been shaped by millions of years of surviving in environments where everything was trying to kill them. Alien plasma weapons were simply another environmental hazard to be ignored while completing the important work of attacking everything in sight. Commander ZYXTAL found himself in the unprecedented position of requesting additional reinforcements to deal with a species that wasn't even classified as a significant threat. The Galactic Council's response was predictably dismissive until honey badgers began appearing in their secure landing zones, systematically dismantling critical equipment with their specialized digging claws. The final straw came when a honey badger somehow infiltrated the cosmic disdain itself, having apparently stowed away on a supply shuttle. The creature spent 3 days methodically destroying the ship's internal systems while security teams attempted to locate and eliminate it. By the time they cornered the honey badger in the ship's reactor core, it had caused enough damage to render the vessel inoperable. As Commander ZYXTAL floated in an escape pod, watching his flagship drift powerless through Earth's orbit, he finally understood the fundamental flaw in their intelligence gathering. The Galactic Council had evaluated Earth's predators based on size, strength, and hunting success. They had completely failed to account for the most dangerous trait any species could possess. Absolute, unwavering determination combined with complete indifference to personal safety. The invasion was quietly called off. Official records listed the withdrawal as a strategic reassessment of colonization priorities, but word spread quickly through the galactic community. Earth was placed on the permanent "Do Not Disturb" list, not because of its nuclear weapons or military capabilities, but because of. Dr. Chen published her findings years later, coining the term honey badger doctrine to describe the military principle that sometimes the most effective defense comes not from superior firepower, but from absolute refusal to recognize the possibility of defeat. The paper became required reading at military academies across human space, though few species were willing to adopt tactical strategies that required such a complete disregard for self-preservation. The honey badgers, for their part, remained completely unaware that they had single-handedly prevented an alien invasion. They returned to their normal activities of raiding beehives, fighting pythons, and generally terrorizing anything that crossed their path. After all, they had more important things to do than worry about strange visitors from space. The galaxy had learned a valuable lesson about Earth's wildlife, though the honey badgers themselves remained characteristically unimpressed by their historic achievement.